welcome back to my channel, or welcome for the first time. Who knows? I don't know, but what I do know is that we'll be going over my Clash of Champions predictions. So we start off with Asuka versus Zelina Vega, which will be on the kickoff show, which obviously means Asuka's going to retain. Not only because it's the kickoff show, but it's because this is Zelina Vega, and she's gotten a random number one contendership out of nowhere. Now that's no disrespect to Zelina. She really impressed me this past Raw against Mickie James. I've never seen her legitimately wrestle before, so that I didn't know what to expect, and she did very well. I was quite impressed by her. But I feel like shoving her into a number one contender spot just isn't doing anyone any favors and is only destining her to fail. But I look forward to seeing what they do with her in the future. Hopefully she keeps wrestling because she seems to be quite good at it. Bayley versus Nikki Cross for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Now this is a match we've seen many times, and I feel like the result will be the same once again. Bayley retains because she's holding on to that title forever, and I'm all for it. I love Bayley. She's one of my favorite wrestlers right now. Probably my favorite wrestler on the main roster. So Bayley, I feel like there's no chance she loses, especially not to Nikki Cross. Either Nikki is going to lose by, Bayley using the ropes for leverage or something, or maybe Alexa Bliss comes out to cost her and does that, weird Fiend stuff to further the Fiend and Alexa storyline connection. Who knows? All I do know is that Nikki Cross is going to take the L. Then Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler will take on the team of the Riot Squad. Now, Baszler and Jax have to win 100%. They've been pretty much on the same page. I mean, they're brutal forces. They don't look like they're going to be taken down anytime soon. And I feel like the team to take the belts off of them isn't the Riot Squad. They haven't created enough tension between Jax and Baszler themselves to get them in positions to do so. And it just doesn't feel like it's that point of the story where they'll drop the belts. Personally, Shayna Baszler is another one of my favorite wrestlers. I'm loving everything she's doing. To me, Shayna always feels like a legit champion. Whatever belt she holds, it always feels legitimate, and she always feels like the presence of a champion. She is she's a natural born champion, in my opinion. So yeah, my prediction, Shayna and Nia retain, which I am not upset about. I hate Nia, but Shayna's cool. Then we have Cesaro and Nakamura versus the Lucha House Party, or as I like to call them, the Lucha Payasos. Payasos is Spanish for clowns, by the way, if you don't get the joke. I hate the Lucha House Party, and Cesaro and Nakamura already beat them on an episode of SmackDown for the titles. So why this match is happening again, I don't know, and it pisses me off a little bit, not gonna lie, but obviously that means Nakamura and Cesaro are retaining again, and they just don't have any other team to fill that slot. Jeff Hardy versus Sami Zayn versus AJ Styles for the Intercontinental Championship in a ladder match. Now, if this was a regular triple threat or some sort of other stipulation, I'd say every single one of them had an even chance. But given that it's a ladder match, I feel like it's gotta be 100% Sami Zayn. Alright, just adjusted the angle there because my arm was getting tired. But yeah, as I was saying, I feel like since they confirmed that the stipulation was a ladder match, that swings it into Hardy's favor 100%. I feel like Sami Zayn has an outside chance. AJ Styles, no chance at all, but it's a ladder match, so I'm putting all my money down on Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy retains. What I would like to see, however, is Sami Zayn win, because he is obviously the truthful and rightful Intercontinental Champion, but unfortunately, it's not going to remain that way after the pay-per-view. The Street Profits versus Angel, Garza, and Andrade. A match we've seen countless numbers of times. But this time I feel like we're going to have a different result. In the triple threat tag team match, out of nowhere, since Zelina Vega had abandoned their side, they seem to be very cohesive. They have fixed whatever issues have been between them, and they look really, really good. So, I mean, I'm a bit 50-50 on this one. If they had another week or so to build the story, I feel like they would have built it in the way that would make Garza and Andrade favorites to win the titles, and I would be more confident. But I'm still going to pick them anyways. I think Andrade and Garza are going to dethrone the Street Profits. The Street Profits, I think, have been champions for, has it been 200 days? Maybe? I don't know. But it's been way over 100 days. And honestly, it hasn't felt like it. And I don't feel like their reign has been all that great. So it ending here would be quite refreshing, to be honest. So yeah, Angel and Andrade. Moving on, Bobby Lashley versus Apollo Crews. For some reason, this is a rematch from, I believe it was a Payback. I don't know. It could happen on Payback or SummerSlam. I honestly don't remember. One of those pay-per-views. A rematch. There's no reason for the rematch. I mean, obviously, Lashley's going to retain. There's no reason for him to lose a title back to Crews. But yeah, I love what's going on with the Hurt Business. Ever since Lashley paired with MVP, he's been growing on me. And then the recruitment of Benjamin, who I've been wanting to see more on TV recently, I'm loving that. And then recently Cedric Alexander joining the Hurt Business, that was great. I think Cedric Alexander has the potential to be a future world champion, to be honest. That's my opinion. And I feel like he will fulfill that. And him being a part of the Hurt Business is excellent. His match against Cruz, though, on the last Raw really pissed me off because that roll-up finish, I was like, no, you should kick out of this. You're an idiot. But no, Cruz had to win for no reason. But whatever, that's beside the point. These are predictions. All right, moving on. Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton in an ambulance match for the WWE Championship. Now, once again, this is very 50-50. Both of these men have a lot of momentum. They're both very powerful wrestlers. Drew McIntyre has been built up as unstoppable. He hasn't lost a single match via pinfall or submission since becoming the WWE Champion. And Randy Orton, of course, has been going on his rampage, punt-kicking people in the heads, not giving a shit about anyone, doing whatever the hell the Randy Orton wants. So, I mean, this one's very hard to predict, but given that it's an ambulance match, I feel like this could be a little hint, because that way the title can't be... oh my god, excuse me, I'm stumbling over my words. That way the title can't change hands via pinfall or submission. So if Drew loses, he wouldn't necessarily look weak. So I feel like what they might do is have Randy win this way because this is the only way they could have Drew realistically lose the title. Like Drew goes for a Claymore or something, but Randy sidesteps and Drew manages to like launch himself into the ambulance and loses himself the title. I feel like that's more along the lines of what's going to happen. So if they're going to have a title change, it's going to be now in this match because Drew can't be pinned. Otherwise, if it was like a pinfall match or some sort of different stipulation, I feel like Drew would be more in favor, but I think they're going with Orton, which I wouldn't be too upset about. I wouldn't mind either of these guys coming out as champion. They're both very, very good. And now, what I believe is going to be the main event, Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso, because the Universal Championship is always the main event now, seemingly. I feel like this has potential to be match of the night. I really do. This could be a great match. If they give them the time for it. I don't know if they're going to make Roman want to put Roman over like real big and have him squash him in like 2 minutes. Hopefully they don't do that. I hope they have a decent match because I feel like it has a lot of potential. But obviously the obvious answer is Roman Reigns. He just won the belt. He's set to hold it for a very, very long time. Although I thought that with The Fiend and look what happened there. But yeah, so those are my predictions. I believe I've said everything I needed to say. And yeah, thank you very much for watching my predictions. Leave a comment if anything you disagree with or your own predictions or whatever. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and want to see more. I think I make quite phenomenal content if I do say so myself. And yeah, thanks for watching.